Hey everybody, how is it going? I am Jim from JimShapedCoding. In this tutorial, the main focus is going to be the special methods that you have in numbers in Python. By numbers, I mean both integers and floats. As in the last video, we understood well some of the methods you have in strings. I hope you did well on that tutorial. And to start this one, actually we have to understand some new topic. We have to learn about how to bring to our Python code external libraries. Now, as we started this series, we talked about installing Python and all its libraries. So basically an external library is just more bunch of code that Python delivers to you so you can use it. But by default, you can't use just all of the code out there that is installed, because if Python is going to load all its libraries on your each file, it is just going to be really heavy. After all, not always all the libraries are necessary, but to work with numerical actions and methods, we have a dedicated library for it, which is called math. So basically, we are interested now to import this library to our Python file. So it is just going to be using the keyword that is called import. And right after that, you can write any library name you want. And because on this tutorial we are focusing on math, what we are going to do is just typing on import math. Now keep in your mind that by convention all of the imports are going to be on top of your file, and it does also make sense because you don't want to get into it before you collect all your libraries. And now let's learn about some of the useful methods that we have in the math library. So we are going to cover several of them, and let me just put the methods up here in the file so you can see what we are going to learn about. Okay, so we are going to learn about ceil, floor, fabs, and sqrt, which stands for square root, and let's start cover each of them. Okay, so we will begin with the ceil. Now, what math.ceil is going to do is going to search for the first integer after the float you put in. So if, for example, you have a float that is equal to 42.25, it is going to search for the first integer that comes right after it. So if I take this line of code here, and let's say I equal it to a variable called test or something, and right after that I print it, let's see what we get back. Great, so we get 43. Now the point is, it does not matter if you put here even 42.0001. It does not matter to the ceil method, because it is just going to search for the first integer that comes right after it. As you see, if I print this one more time, we still get 43 and not 42, because this is the closest first integer to it. Now if we move on to the floor is going to do the exact opposite action, and the exact opposite action is going to search for the first integer that comes before it. So for example, if I put here 42.99 and besides ceil I will use the floor method right there, this is going to return me 42, because this is going to search for the first integer that comes before it, and it is not going to round it to 43 because it is the closest integer to what is written here. Great, so let's move on to fabs now. Now what fabs is going to do is going to return the absolute value of a number. So let's switch that from floor to fabs. Great, and now if I print test, I will get 42.99 back. But for making a great example, let's take that b here and turning that to -2. Now if I do math.fabs and put b here, as you know, the absolute number is always have to be positive, because this is the meaning of the absolute number, alright? But pay attention that this is going to return me a float in any case and not integer, alright? So this is what absolute number does. And the last one, if I take the sqrt, which stands for square root, this is going to return me the square root of a number. Now for this test I'm not going to put a number with a minus sign, so let's put in the c here, and for sure I will get back 3. And also this one is going to return me a float, but we already know how to convert from type to another type. So if I put here an int sign and print it, I will get back 3, and its type is going to be an integer. So what I want to do now is just opening up a clean sheet, a clean Python file here, and explain you some basic math operations that you can do with Python just like in real life, like addition, multiplying and dividing and so on. So let's just put here some math operations. Okay, I will start with num1 is equal to 12 plus 5, and num2 is equal to 12 minus 5, and if I'm going to print each one of them, you know that already we are going to get the results just like in real life. So those are the two operations, which plus is addition and the minus sign is subtraction. And now let's move on to num3, 12, and use the asterisk sign for the multiplying operation. Alright, so if I print here num3, for sure I will get back 60. Okay, so this is how you can use the multiply sign in Python. And now I'm going to move to dividing. Alright, so we have num4 is equal to 12/5, and now I want to show you another nice operation that we have in Python. You can have 12/5, and what this is going to do is very interesting. I will show you in a minute. So we will print num4, and right after that we will print num5. Now what the single slash is going to do is very obvious. It is going to give me the pure result, which is 2.4, but what double slash is going to do is giving me the first integer that it's closest to it, but not the biggest one, just the smallest one. So it doesn't matter if it was 2.6 or 2.8 here, it would still return me 2. The double slash is not going to round the number to the closest one, it's just going to give me the number without the remainder. Alright, so if I would have here 14, it does not matter to Python. It would not return me 3 anyways, it would return just 2. And the last one is going to be the remainder sign, which stands for in Python the percentage sign. So if I have num6 12%5 and I do print it, I will get back 2, because this is the remainder of 12 divided by 5. Now for sure if I would have a 10 here, which is not going to have a remainder, it is just going to return me a 0. So there you have it, everyone. I hope you enjoyed in this video. So don't forget to crack up the subscribe button and also like this video. I will see you in the 10th episode, which is going to be some awesome project that we are going to do. See you in the next one.